it's Chrissy and welcome back to another YouTube video. In today's video, this is basically just a part 2 on my part 1 video on how to do spiral stitch braids, Alicia Keys inspo braids video. So if you guys haven't checked that video out, I suggest you go look at that video first before you come and look at this. And yeah, so let's get right into the video. You guys already know how I start off. I start off with a freshly washed, clean scalp. And I basically start off by pre-parting out whichever part or section that I'm about to braid. And once I comb that out, and then I apply my braiding gel onto the part, just so that the braiding gel will help so that I can get like a more defined, sleek part. It'll like basically help separate pieces of hair from each other, if that makes sense. Like, I'm really stuttering, but sometimes it's kind of hard to explain when it comes to doing hair, honestly. But yeah, once I have applied that gel, I'm gonna take my comb and use the teeth part, not the bottom part. I don't normally use the bottom part when it comes to cornrows because I don't want to poke anybody's scalp. So I use the teeth and I part all the way down. Like I mentioned in the other video, if you guys need some in-depth tutorial on how to part for feedin braids, because I do know it's very hard for people to get their feedin braids close together at the end. Sometimes people's feedin braids are very gappy. You guys can use like a sewing method to sew the back up to make them close together. But yeah, as you guys can see right here, I'm just applying the gel all throughout that part of that hair, simply because since I am doing stitch braids, the gel will help when it comes to forming that stitch. Like, you know, it'll help keep them stitch braids in place. And yeah, I'm just still perfecting out my part. And yeah, once I have done that, then I'm gonna start my braids. So I'm gonna hurry up and speed that up for you guys. Since it's time to start my braid, I basically part like a little section out and I split it into 3 to start off my braid. I basically braid like how I cornrow. No, not how I cornrow, you guys, my mistake. I basically braid how I do my knotless braids. That is the best way how I teach people how to do cornrows. You basically just plaiting along the scalp. That's how I do my cornrows. Simply pretend like you're doing a plait and just pull grip your client's scalp and braid down and just pull hair from each side as you go down. That's simply what I do. For my stitch braid method, I basically use my fingernail, my clean fingernail, and I use my clip to simply part in that little line, as you guys can see right here. And once I'm done, you guys are gonna see the finished product. So you guys will see exactly how it looks once I part in that little line. It looks very slick to me. Honestly, I don't like some feedin braids anymore that don't have stitch braids. Like, I don't like feedin braids that aren't stitch braids, basically. I'm just getting tangled in my words. If you don't have that little stitch look to it, I don't want it, and I don't want to do it because I just feel like it's not really, like, it looks kind of boring. It don't look neat to me. Like, if you're not adding gel, it just don't look too neat to me. But some people will say, oh, new braiders do this, new braiders do that, old braiders do this and old braiders do that. But this is just the way I like to do it. I love stitch braids. So if you ask me for feedin braids, I'm gonna automatically stitch your braids because why not? And yeah, I'm gonna basically do that all the way till I get down to the end. Now you guys see, I don't think I added hair in yet. And the reason for that is because my client's hair is extremely thick. So whenever I have clients whose hair is extremely thick, I tend to add hair whenever I'm going I'm more further down at that cornrow, like towards like the nape basically, because if I add in too much hair, it's going to be bulky. The braids are going to look big and thick. It's going to look like she got some large boho braids on top of her head, and that's not what we want. So to get that sleek look, I decide to add in hair on my way down to the ends. And yeah, I add in as much hair as I need to. Even though her hair is thick, it will get thinner. So that's the whole point of me continuously adding hair as I get more further down. And I add in hair to my clients liking of how she wants her length to be. You know what I mean? And that's just about it. It doesn't really take that long to braid the ends, honestly. I've seen people do things where they basically cornrow out the natural client's hair first, and then once they finish, do all those parts. Like, let's say she got 24 braids. I would basically cornrow my 24 braids, and then after that, I would add in my hair for my to finish off my cornrow, if that makes sense. And honestly, I think that's pretty smart. I think like that saves time. But for me, I don't know why, it just looks like a lot of work to me, and it scares me. Like, whenever I see my clients come with a lot of hair and I gotta pre-part it, it scares me. So this is how I basically pre-part my clients' hair. I part as I go. I don't pre-part, like, you know what I mean? I don't even do that with my knotless plaits. I don't even pre-part my box braids for my knotless plaits, because I feel like it's just gonna scare me, and it looks like it takes a lot of time. So I just rather not. But yeah, this is just basically what I do. I'm just braiding. And yeah, I'm gonna actually start talking about now gel, and what type of gel to use, how your gel should feel, and all type of like all that extra stuff. So yes, you guys always see me, once I part the hair, I then apply the gel. So I always apply a fingertip of gel. I don't like applying a handful. Please do not apply. Please don't put the comb inside the gel and take it out and get that big lunk of gel. That's not what you're supposed to do. Do like fingertips and slowly apply it as you go down, you know, of that part. And then you want to take your comb and you just comb out that gel, just to comb it out. You know what I mean? Just to comb and mold it out. Because if you don't comb it out, I feel like your braids are going to look very sticky and white. More than likely you're gonna have white braids because you decided not to comb out your braiding gel. So it's all just flaky and just, you know, matted up and stuff. And it might even be hard for your client to take out her hair. It might be painful because there's so much gel. Don't use too much gel, but use just enough for you to braid. And also, you guys, please do not use edge control to braid nobody's hair. We're not doing that in 2024. Please stop. No more edge control when it comes to braids. Just get you some good braiding gel. Do not be cheap. I understand it's 2024. Donald Trump might be president. We don't know who the hell gonna be president, but you still gotta treat your clients well and still spend some money on some good hair products. Because braiding gel really matters. Because if you're buying water-based braiding gel, and when your client walk out your house, her hair gonna be melted, and not melted in a good way. Her hair gonna be sweaty, and all the gel is gonna roll down all the way to her eyes, and then it's gonna burn her eyes, and that's not what we want. So when you're applying the gel, please apply a fingertip along each braid as you go. Don't apply a whole 2 fingers and dip your finger in there and put. No, this is not 2-stitch braids. This is about 16. So notice how the smaller braids, I don't apply that much gel, but the bigger the braids are, the more gel I apply, just because I want it to get molded, sleek, and flat. You know what I mean? Another tip when it comes to braiding gels is that please avoid buying really cheap braiding gels, because honestly, cheap things is not always good. Second of all, the type of braiding gels I like are braiding gels that are really, really thick. You know what I mean? I don't know. I basically go into the store whenever I'm going to shop at the beauty supply store, and I open the gels to test it out to see if it's, you know, if it's thick. I make sure my hands are clean, of course. You know what I mean? And I just do that basically to see how thick it is. But if I can't do that, I basically have been testing braiding gels over these past, I want to say 2-3 years. Been testing out different braiding gels to see which works best for me. And like I mentioned before in my last video, I decided to use 2 braiding gels, 2 thick braiding gels. And 2 of those combined together will most definitely allow her hair to last. And it's going to look very nice and sleek and neat as possible. You know what I mean? If you guys have a hard time finding braiding gels, I suggest basically just watching YouTube videos or going around and asking or testing them out before you use them and stuff like that. But if you want tips from me and, you know, some in-depth tips on what type of braiding gels I use. If you guys want that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys comment and tell me what videos you guys want me to do, and you know what I mean, I will do it. You know what I mean, just show some love. But yeah, I'm basically done with this video. At the end of the video, you guys are basically going to see me apply some mousse to my client's scalp. And, well, not my client's scalp, but to her hair, just to, like, lay all the flat hairs out, like the flyaways out. And I also did her edges off camera. And, yeah, that's just about it, you guys. I'm so sorry for all the rambling. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And turn my post notifications all the way on. Turn that post notification button all the way on so that when I go live, you guys can see me. So, yeah. I want you guys to be safe. Have a blessed day. Continue watching the end of the video. And bye.
Little sister wanna look like me. I bet your little brother wanna fuck on me. Hood bitch, hood pussy, I ain't average. He can't come around without that cabbage. Pop a pussy bitch quick, like a bubble gum. I ain't never worry, I just do it for fun. Act up, you can get smashed up. Act up, you can get smashed up. Act up, you can get smashed up. Dirty ass ass, baby girl, you need to back up. Act up, you can get smashed up. Act up, you can get smashed up. Act up, you can get smashed up. Dirty ass ass, baby girl, you need to back up. Act up, you can get smashed up. Act up, you can get smashed up. Act up, you can get smashed up. Dirty ass ass, baby girl, you need to back
Taking notes on my keyboard, but you
All that I know it was inside me. They recognize you. Please don't you remind me. All that I know it was inside me. They recognize you. Please don't you remind me. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. I can teach you, but I have to charge. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. I can teach you, but I have to charge.